Hi, good afternoon. We're here again for a coming beautiful Shabbos. And it's a beautiful Shabbos because Shabbos is beautiful. Also Sunday we're having Pesach Sheni. The next Thursday we're having Lag BaOmer. It's a very beautiful, busy week. But this week, this Shabbos, is very special by itself. The Shabbos is the 13th day of the month of Iyar. The 13th day of the month of Iyar. This is the Hilula of the Rebbe's brother. It should have, as we say, a lichtik in Gan Eden. It should be a militia for all of us. So let's share something very small in this week's parsha. And we're going to talk this week just about the name of the parsha. The name of the parsha is Emor. What does Emor mean? Say Emor. So what is the idea of Emor to say? So it's a very, very important lesson from this word Emor. Emor means to say nice things. Amira yafa, to speak nice, to say nice. And from this itself is a great lesson. And this is what the parsha begins. Emor ala kohanim, speak to the kohanim. But usually it says daber al bnei Yisrael. This time it says Emor. Emor is Amira Yafa, to speak nicely. And the idea is what we learn from this word Emor, that this is the name of this parsha, is that when a person speaks nice and well, the impact is great. We know about Hashem, it says Amoris Toiris. Hashem speaks tahor, beautiful. And we learn Ba'asara Mamarot Nivra Olam. With Hashem's 10 utterances the world was created. So Emor speaking, we see by Hashem the major impact, the major influence, and we live on these words of Hashem, of Emor. And the lesson to us is, yes, Hashem says Emor, you also speak nice, also speak good and well, and your words can have a major impact. So when we speak well about someone, we bring out the good of that someone. When we give a beautiful bracha to someone, we bring out the positive in someone. That's our power of Emor. You speak positive, speak well, speak nice, and what you say is going to happen. Just wanted to share a little short story about it. And this is a Lubavitch story in the time 1947, 48, 49. It was at that time a major exodus from Lubavitch people, Lubavitch Hasidim from Russia. My wife's whole family came out at that time. But many Hasidim, or more Hasidim, I don't know, came out at that time. And the way they came out is because there was a little crack in the wall of the Soviet Union that they allowed all Polish citizens to return to the home. So anybody who was able to get a Polish citizenship paper was able to get out. And a lot of Lubavitchers, they took that trip and they were able to get out of Russia. There's one story about this young couple. His name is Beryl. His last name is very known too, but I don't want to mention his last name over here, but it's not important. Very known fellow. And him and his wife were on the train to get out, also with their passports, with their Polish passports. They just got married 6 months before that. And while they're on the train to get out, they checked his papers. They didn't like his papers. They took him off the train and they're going to arrest him. And it didn't look like he was going to make it through. The rabbis and the train himself, they don't know what to do because it's a couple and she's going out, he's staying back. Who knows? Staying back means going to Siberia. He's probably never going to make it alive again. What do we do? So immediately, unfortunately, they decided to make, it's called a get out now. Gives a divorce a condition. If Chaz v'Shalom he doesn't make it out, at least she should not be a gunna for the rest of her life. That's how sad the story was. The train went on. He was taken to Siberia because that wasn't good in Russia when you're caught in this. She left with the rest of Lubavitch. They came into France. They settled in France for a while. And she was waiting for a miracle for her husband to happen. In the meantime, she got a job somewhere. She got a little home to live in the apartment building. Right upstairs from her lived a chassid. His name was Itzchak Golden. They called him by us Itzchak Golden, very famous chassid. And every day when he would see her, he would tell her, Rebbetzin, Mitz Hashem will help, you'll see your husband very, very soon. And he said himself, he just said it because, to give a little strength to the woman. And whenever he would see, he would say these words, give her a little bit courage. And that made her continue to hear from all the chassid, it's going to be good. Your husband's going to come out, you'll see him soon. And she made a point every morning before going to work, she was standing in front of the building and he would pass by and he would see her, or he'd tell her, Rebbetzin, Mitz Hashem, it'll be good, your husband's coming out. The story continues, a long story, just the point of the story is, they sent a message to Frierdiker Rebbe. At that time, she was really wanting to see her husband. She asked maybe she should go back to Russia to meet him. When the Frierdiker Rebbe answered her, why go there? Better you should come here. So they realized a miracle is going to come, but they still waited. 2 years later, there was another conversation between the Polish government, the Russian government. They said it's not enough people that came out. Where is our rest of our citizens? So they had no choice, they had to open again. And 8 people got out. Who was one of the 8? Beryl. Let's not get into the whole story. He got out of Siberia and he's on the train to get out. When he came to Poland, he had no idea where everybody is. He didn't know nothing. He was isolated. He finds somebody from France and he asks him, do you know anything, Lubavitchers, where Lubavitch? He says, yeah, they live in France. Do you know anybody I can be in contact? He says, I know only one person there. His name is Itzchak Golden. You know his address? He says, I know, you can connect yourself to him. No phone calls those days, but he sent them, in those days it was called a mivrak. And he sends them the message, I'm out, where are you, where is my wife, and so on. Itzchak Golden gets this mivrak, and he sees that, says, wow. He runs right away to the Rebbe and his wife, and he tells her, look what I just got. Your husband is out of Russia. I'm going to answer him back where you are. He's going to come see you. And as we know the end of the story, he came to France, beautiful family. The kids are each one great Hasidim living all over the world today. Big, beautiful Lubavitch family. But the message of the story is, this fellow Itzchak Golden was telling her every day, Rebbetzin, es wird sein good, it'll be good, your husband will come. He'll come see you. Not only it happened, because it happened, who was the one that was finally able to tell her, I just got a message from your husband, he's out of Russia, he'll come see you soon. He got the message. From all people, from all Lubavitch, he got the message. You know why? Because he was the man to keep on telling her, it's going to be good. That's the Emor. Let's go to someone else and tell them it's going to be good. And we speak nice to other people. We give them good information, good brachas. We will bring it out that all this will be fulfilled. So let's give ourselves the bracha. Let's Mashiach come before Shabbos. And in Mitzvah Hashem should happen before this Shabbos. Have yourself all a good, great, beautiful Shabbos.